What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to another video. And we're gonna have a very, as you can see, we're gonna have a very long video. But you're gonna talk about many topics. You're gonna talk about very different topics about just life in general, how to get into a level. So, what's up, guys? So I'll be talking about many things that we said in the intro. We're gonna have different perspectives with the opinions that we have on, different things. So yeah, we're gonna start with what made you get into this world. What event, what lesson that you got in life that made you get to the level you want to get to?
Yeah, well, how do you get to involve in this world of becoming the best version of yourself?
I'll say it was mostly on the part of just it was a spark, 13, the ideas of, you know, personal branding, all these things started with books, the people that I was surrounded with. Like majority of the people that I surrounded myself were old people, you can say, and they helped me out, give me books, ideas, majority of these things, especially, inspiration from my brother, like his passion is cooking, it's this and all these things with, hospitality and stuff. So like it was an idea. Okay, like let me find what I love, what's the true thing that I find my passion, because in reality, try as many things as possible. That's one of the main things I can say. And yeah, like at this age, one of my favorite quotes. It says, "Men wake up. There's men that wake up at 18. There's men that wake up at 30, and men that wake up at 50. But there's men who never wake up." So I think that's one of the things that kind of like sparked me up. I was like, whoa, like it actually is real. Yeah, and it was very things are moving great with online stuff, social media, all these things that kind of like that can shift someone's mind to, make sure to get into love when you get to. So, yeah, like I think also one of the things that I've gotten to understand is how to, get into love you need to get to by doing what you need to do. So finding your passion, finding the habits, finding mentality, because in reality, as we said in another video, kind of figure out your circle of people. And yeah, like I think that's one of the main things that I think when it comes to getting to love you need to get to.
It's a lovely journey.
Yeah, yeah. So Royce, what is your idea on what do you think, what lesson, what idea you got, what spark you got
Like,
that made
how
you
do I get to this?
how do you get to
goal?
that level? Yeah.
Well, it's a kind of big story, but it's long story. But it's well, I started like this in the fitness. I started like I used to see that actors, Henry Cavill, Chris Hemsworth, or Jason Momoa, all the kind of actors are like so big and strong. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to do action movies or movies that I like. And at that moment, I was 11, like 12, and I saw that I was like, damn, I gotta get that physique. And I started the fitness by thanks them, and I started doing my exercise at 12 and 11. But into this world, becoming you better person, the better person you can be. Better.
Yeah.
I was like for a girl. Let's be honest. I was with a girl, and she was like, she didn't like me at that time. I was, no, you want to be my girlfriend? And she was like, no, for this and for the other thing. And I was like, damn. So I gotta, why she say no? I gotta develop myself. And I started, looking videos on how to talk to a woman. I started with that, how to talk to a woman, and then it turned into more deep thing. Maybe how to dress, or you gotta have this, you gotta have the mentality, you gotta be the better man, you gotta be the man. And I started looking for that videos, and it came my interest. And then when I came here, toward 2023, a lot of videos of Instagram, like become the better yourself. David Goggins and Alex Hormozy.
Yeah.
And it came to me, and I was like, I was interested in that.
Oh,
And I
that's
started looking and looking and looking, and
Yeah.
it became that kind of person with that mentality. I wanted to be that person with that mentality. I had two options: be like the society is telling you to be, like right now, or be the best
The best
version of
version of
myself.
yourself,
And
yeah.
I decided to be the best version of myself. and you start, and with more exercise, mentality, how to get money, all that things, and that's how I entered to this world.
So yeah, guys. Majority talking about when it comes to habits. I think one of the things is to figure out what you like, figure out the passion, figure out that mission that you have, and then just find the habits. As I say, one of my the best books I've read by James Clear is called Atomic Habits. It teaches you that the first chapter, that is, right, the first letter, first word we can say in the book was find your identity.
Yeah.
So like, what do you think? What do you think about that? You know,
It's
when it
like
comes to habits?
find who you want to become. Like you want to become an entrepreneur. You want to become like I said before. Find what you're gonna be. It's gonna be more like a lovely journey if you try to do that with your passion. You know what I mean? Like it get more easy, but it get more harder in sometimes because you say, no, I wanna be gonna do this. And it's like it's hard and easy sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it depends on how or it's like comfort and discomfort. I think it's good because if you do something and you get comfortable with that,
Yeah.
it's like you gotta look for a little bit challenging things.
Yeah, I think one of the main things when it comes to habits, as I said, you've been finding that identity of the person you want to become. So, like, if you want to become rich,
Yeah.
figure out what rich people do every day, what lessons they get taught every day to get to the level you need to get to. So, as I reflect mostly on the book a lot of times nowadays, is that a lot of things come with patience. A lot of things comes with, not just like a lot of people kind of when it comes to the gym, for example,
Yeah.
they go to the gym directly.
Yeah,
They have no plan. They have no nothing. They don't know absolutely. They have no knowledge of the gym, and then they quit because they're not seeing progress. So what's the reason you're not creating progress? Is because you're not figuring out what's the plan. What's that healthy person? What's that gym person doing to get to the level you get to?
And talking about it is like is the amateur journey. You know what I mean? It's like when you start something new and you're new about it. It's like you don't know. You gotta look for. For example, you go to the gym and you don't know nothing about how to build muscle or how to. You gotta ask to the people that have built that. You wanna become rich. Ask the people that have become rich.
Yeah.
You wanna be an actor.
So
Ask some actor how to tips they can give you. Or no, you gotta do this. You gotta work on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I also like it's like the identity,
The circle
the
that
circle
you
of
have,
people,
the-
the identity of becoming
Exactly.
back, the people that
So you wanna
need
be an
to-
entrepreneur. Have entrepreneur friends with you.
and
You wanna be an
or just bro, we have the power of Instagram nowadays. You
Mhm.
DM somebody, they might not answer, but you at least
You
tried.
tried. It's not you
You at least tried, or it can actually work if you have a mission. Okay, every day when I was starting my personal brand, starting you guys at YouTube, I started asking people, and people who had huge followings.
Yeah.
And I did 5, 6 people a day, and at least one of those people got me to get a response.
Ah,
So it's
top
I think
line.
it's just trying,
It's
trying,
trying.
and going back. Don't put 20 habits that you need to change in 1 second.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best, that's the worst thing you can even do, because then, for example, if you're trying to overcome lust or overcome, corn addiction, you need to maybe it said, go little by step, start with the TikTok girls, and then maybe start to kind of go down by
that other thing with that part, like no, right now I'm thinking corn videos. No, let's take out the corn. Let's show you naked women. They one with clothes, but hot, and then you taking
They
away.
start creating it, but it sounds weird. But
It's not
I
weird,
think-
but it's like
but
a way-
I've seen people who have done it and it actually works. So I think majority of things come with the step by step, level by level, and if you're trying to integrate lessons, try to integrate books. For example, instead of reading a whole book for a month, nobody can read a whole book in a month unless you already have the habit of reading every single day.
No, let's be honest. And my thing about letting away corn, I let it away like without that. No, let's level. No. You say no. It works for me. It is a part in the brain. I hear Andy Huberman talking about it. Like I don't wanna explain this scientifically, but it's like the most you do something you don't want to do, it grows. You know what I mean? Like for example, David Goggins. You think he wanna be running 3 days a marathon? No, he don't want. But he forced himself to do it.
Forced
You know what I mean?
himself, yeah.
That grows a part of you.
But what you can say that he didn't start running three marathons.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, he-
In ordinary to be in like one of the things that Luke Belmar has said. In ordinary to be strong, you need to be weak first.
Yeah.
So it's the exact same thing with gym. It's the exact same thing with anything. So when you're trying to learn something, don't be afraid of learning it. The first year won't be the best, but the second year will be the best because you already have more knowledge and how to manage that skill, that habit, and it just appears, right? Or becomes someone great.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just different people. For example, for me, you work, let it go. Sometimes you have that time and you're like, I want to, but you know what I talked about before, that thing that you had in your brain. You just try to relax, breathe, go outside, do push-ups. When you want to do push-ups, you want to see you again.
Yeah, one of my favorite things, some from Andrew Tate. Also, I think it was from both their brothers.
Christian and
Tristan and Andrew, they said like, when they were like in the struggles, they would have the TV on, and then when the commercials come, they would do push-ups. So nowadays it's very hard because people are on Netflix, people are on Disney Plus. There's no ads, there's no commercials nowadays unless you're watching the news, but nobody watches the news nowadays. So like it's very hard to get into the form, but I think it's a shift and spark that you have to kind of get how we said in the beginning, like how we each had a spark with one simple lesson, with
some
one
people
simple
have
thing,
different
and different ideas.
So
yeah,
we are gonna be talking about like the gym, how to build muscle. Right now I'm gonna do posts like Mr. Olympia, but I have 15. You have like let's show a little bit, We have
muscle. We have muscle. We know how to build. We know how to
I have
build.
people in the gym that tell me that look at this. I'm not kidding. Like it's like we know some ways you can help you to build that muscle.
Yeah. I think one of the things that one of the key things, like this past summer, I was like on the gym every day, 5 times a week, going straight at it. I think it's mostly consistency. I think that's the most thing that and it comes with anything. I think the gym has taught me discipline, has taught me consistency, has taught me how to build business, because it's something that it comes with time.
Yeah.
And if you're not seeing results, you gotta change your plan, change your diet plan,
Exactly.
change your things, and kind of shift and learn your body.
It's all scientific explained. It's like if you want to build muscle, you're a beginner in the gym. You gotta try. It's like we talked before. Start with the last one. You want to talk like
Start with levels. Start to go.
learn
about more.
You want to talk like big. You know what I mean? Like explain very well and use other things. Now tell me, what do you want to do?
I think it's one of the things that when it comes to building muscle, the main thing is, I think for me, counting your calories, making sure you track them, making
That's
sure
consistency because
it's just consistency. That's what I'm saying. If you build the consistency with your diet, build also mentality. Because also you're not meant to be eating sugar when you're going to the gym. So it's kind of hard nowadays, especially I was at 15. I try to limit as much sugar as possible. But it's impossible. I'm not saying it's possible, but it's very hard because some people do candy.
Exactly.
You
want candy. Or
it's different.
I say this again. Every people is different. There are some people that they have the strength themselves to say no, or they just don't want. For example, myself. So I don't eat candy. I don't like candy that much. I just one day one candy, but it was like
it's not excessive. I think
it depends on people or your diet too, because you have a good diet, not just like a diet, for cut. You know what I mean? Like good diet, real food, steaks with avocado, with fruits.
Eggs,
that's
fresh
amazing.
fruits.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think that's like the most powerful.
That's when they engage you to keep eating that kind of food instead of going to the McDonald's, for example.
Yeah, I think also when it comes to the training part, I think it's just as much go online, go on.
There's too much coaching online they can teach you.
Go people that maybe if you even had the money to get a personal trainer, I think that's one of the most basic things you can learn, because in reality you can still be having the best exercises, but if you're not having a consistent diet, you're not consistently going to the gym, you're not gonna build muscle, you're not gonna get to the level you need to get to.
Just 3 things. You just need to progress it to overload, muscle by tension. You have like let's say I found an exercise for bicep that is crazy. You put in the bench, you put in the bench, and you like let's say this is a plain bench. You like with your bicep like this.
Yeah,
and
like
you-
lying dumbbell curl. That's what
like
it's called.
that's amazing. That gives you
Nice,
tension
nice.
in your
It's
biceps.
attention. Yeah, it's the stretch, the hypertrophy stuff. That's one of the main things when it comes to building muscle. So yeah, guys. So going into business and skill, right? I think one of the main things when it comes to building a skill, I think it's, for example, editing. If you like editing, right? If you have a skill that can make you money. For example, we said that we love the gym, things like that. So you can maybe later in the future, if you want to teach people how to build
like-
muscle,
Yeah,
things that
exactly.
you know that there's skills, because there's skills that don't make you money, right? Playing video games, it's not many people become rich playing video games. But if you wanna have a little side hustle, whatever, Twitch, whatever, little YouTube channel with gaming,
That's not bad.
It's
like,
not bad.
if you're getting money from it,
You're getting
it's not
money.
bad. If you're
we're
using-
not saying anything.
Like if you're just losing your time, it's like
Not
you
using
get
your
up-
time.
Yeah.
You're not making towards that.
any progress in your life.
As I say that you should produce, and you should be a producer than a consumer. For example, you should be
Instead of the one that plays, the one that creates the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like I say, one of the main things when it comes to nature,
Yeah.
people want to be the lion, the tiger, but I think you shouldn't be that. I think you should be the guys that are providing the plants, providing the ecosystem. So that's what I'm saying. Find a service, find a skill, find something that you're passionate about,
yeah.
right? Because you're not gonna be doing
Yeah, it's like-
e-commerce and you're not
And
like
you're
it.
not like it. It's
Yeah,
like,
so it's you have to
there are
first figure out things that you
so
like.
many ways to get rich with your passion. You know what I mean? It's like the actors, the surfers, the parties, the football players. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
so yeah,
many
there's
ways.
so many ways you can become rich. There's so many ways. I think
let's be
skill is
honest.
the most important thing. Skill, and I think
Yeah.
one of the most things that I've seen that people who start a business, they don't have the knowledge of
Yeah.
the most basic knowledge of business. You have to know your supplier. You have to know how to manage your finance. You have to know how to manage. Like there's many things. The most basic skills that now when kids who are 16, 17-year-old who doesn't want to read a book about how to manage a business, they start building an e-commerce store and it fails. What's
Because
the
they don't
reason?
have the knowledge.
Because they don't have the knowledge. They might have the knowledge of building a store, building the simple steps of the Shopify account, simple steps of
Yeah, but
building
if you want to do something,
ideas and things like that, but they're not, ideal with
Yeah.
what they want to be doing.
if you want to be something, if you want to do something, do it good, like doing it well. Don't do shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
Don't do like and a half. Do it well.
don't have assets.
Study, prepare yourself for what you're going to do, and do it good.
Do it well. Do it as with what your knowledge you have. Do it with your knowledge the most possible way, because I think there's majority of things that nowadays that don't have asset. Just don't half-ass it. Don't. Because I think that's one of the things that kind of gets people to quit, and they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the skill on that simple skill, on that simple, thing that they want to pursue it, and they fail, and they think, oh no, this is not for me. What do you do? What do you do?
What do you
reflect on what you've done wrong, and then keep continuing. For example, me, I've had 6, maybe at least 2 to 3 stores that failed in e-commerce. Okay, so what did I do? I reflected, found out what I was doing wrong, got more knowledge, got courses, got this, and this, and now pretty making good money. I'm not right now. Things aren't active right now because the past 2 weeks we had January we had Chinese New Year's, and things are going very slow. So it's not like things are going well. Facebook problems, but now I know that when I build my another store, I'm gonna be successful with it because I already have the knowledge of getting it. So yeah. I think business, I think the skill is many things. So if you like photography, if you like to film, if you like to do anything,
For example,
go straight at it.
in my case, it was filming my own videos in my house. And it was like, with no lies, no like kind of acting, because you gotta develop your, for example, for me. It's
Yeah, right now, we might not have the best angle, but we're still doing the video. We're still giving you guys the knowledge, the ideas that we have.
It depends on you if you want to get
Now,
it.
really, as you look back to other videos like Mr. Beast YouTubers who are big, look back to the old videos. They were doing Minecraft. the guy that reviews phones nowadays, he has the best quality videos. And back then, he was filming a video with a microwave. So like, at least we have a good camera. At least I'm giving you guys knowledge. At least we have good editing.
Yeah.
And you have to be grateful for the things we have. That's one of the things. But
Exactly.
start with that phone. Start with that GoPro that you have at home that you might not be using. Start it. If
You're
you
gonna
want to
grow.
build,
You're gonna
no matter
see.
what, you're gonna as long as you're consistently with posting,
Yeah,
you're consistently
you're gonna
posting,
see.
you're consistent with your skill, you're gonna uplift
gonna-
yourself and you're gonna get to the level you need to get to.
It's like that, for example. I tell you, like, it was with my camera, not with the camera, with my phone, with my iPhone. I was filming in my house. That was like, it was good, but not that good.
Yeah, it wasn't that
Yeah,
quality that we
the
can have with this
quality that you
camera
want, but-
or any other camera.
But
you know?
I'm
Yeah.
starting. I'm getting better. Right now, I'm not perfect, sometimes the first video that I made with the last video is a big difference.
Yeah.
The audio, the angles, the acting, because
No, same thing. For example, with my videos, like you guys have seen it, that now last video I had references with movies, and I had a little bit of editing. I had the subscribe button, the Instagram button. So like, the more when you research, the more you figure out the things that you need to integrate into videos, into that skill that you need. That's the best thing you can do.
it's like don't make a plan. Just do it.
Just do it.
And you're gonna get to that point that you want in the journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, what do you think? I think one of the main things that he's very good at approaching women. I'm not, sliding his DMs if you can. But so,
Yeah.
what do you think about
Approaching
women?
Yeah, it's not hard. You just have to have the skills, because I think you have to have skills for everything you're gonna do.
Yeah, of course. You need
For
to.
example, real woman doesn't care about money. Like, they care about your success, because they see you like you're a candidate. You're a candidate that you can grow.
Yeah, you can grow.
They see you as a
can-
candidate. Good woman. If you want to just go to party and then you just tell me, what do you want me to say? That
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to the good woman, or like how to get the good woman and the bad woman. Like, I don't say bad woman.
How do you know how do you know the woman that that's for what you want to be doing at that moment,
Yeah.
or that woman that you want to be for your entire life? You get to know the difference.
So different things.
There's two different things. There's two different
Two
different
things.
specimens. Two different
Yeah.
specimens.
Let's say something. The woman that you want to have fun with, there are so many things that you can do. For example, you have to be playful with it. You don't want to be logic with it. Like, no, you gotta be playful. You go, no, I'm gonna do this. Maybe you told me before you're not that kind of person, but you can become more flirty. You know what
No,
I mean?
I think it's more about being more comfortable with them, right? I think that's the thing. More comfortable.
for
I think.
yourself. Think that you are. She likes you, not that you like her.
Yeah, the vice versa.
You think that you are the.
The guy.
They
The
so arrogant, but they love arrogant people. For example, Ian Southampton, the actor that go Vampire Diaries,
Yeah.
he's fucking arrogant in that film. They love him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Every movie, there's a movie After. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
The principal is arrogant too, and it's like they love him. You know
Yeah, I
what I mean?
love that. Yeah, I know.
They don't like the good guy. No, oh, I love you want flowers.
Yeah.
Could that like?
Yeah, I think.
Don't even think of that, because before, like a few days ago, I wanted to be like more genuine with her.
Uh-huh.
Instead of that playful, I want to be genuine.
More genuine, more
It
kind,
doesn't
more
work at all. Doesn't work. Today before I was talking with two different guys, the one that I show you.
Uh-huh.
But I was like kind of, let me be genuine with her, because I saw her and I was like, maybe I want to have a relationship with you. You look good. And I was, the only woman in my life that I say, good morning, princess. I swear, the only one in my life that I say, good morning, princess, was her. She's like, oh yeah, hello, good morning, man. Like, it was good at the time, but she is.
Yeah, it kind of cut it.
It's not playing.
It made it kind of cringe, It made it kind of cringe. It made it
Yeah,
kind of
it's
awkward.
cringe.
Yeah, I understand that.
And it's like, for example, you wanna be playful. You wanna be like, be weird. Be comfortable with being weird with her. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. I think that's one of the main things that I can say I struggle with. I'm not the type of dude that approaches girls like how's it going. I can talk to girls whatever, but it's not that.
Just be confident.
It's I think as one of the things that kind of I can say I'm confident, but I would say that when it comes to figuring the first move, that's one of the things that kind of what strokes me. But I think from the rest the topics I can talk about, I won't talk no bull. I won't talk no like I'll talk some real topics that she might like, or I might like, and it might be interesting with her, whatever. I think that's one of the things that kind of reflects with that.
Ya. No, espérate. Después haga para todavía más, si tú quieres, todavía más. So, bueno, for example, when it comes to talk to a woman, you want to approach a woman. It's like, you gotta be honest. Like, it depends on the moment, because there is a thing that is called warm approach and cold approach. Cold approach is in the street. You see a girl that you like the street. Damn, she's fine.
She's fine. Whatever, yeah.
You wanna come and approach, just do it. You're a man. You have to take the responsibility.
And it won't be weird. And it won't be weird because in reality, it's you don't really know her. You don't really know her.
I have a boyfriend. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
When someone reject you, but they're not rejecting you because they don't know you. They're not.
Yeah, they don't really know you. Yeah, so like it's like
they are rejecting the situation, not rejecting you.
Yeah, I can say I understand that. I understand. Maybe I go to Brickell. You go see a girl you might like, and it might be seem weird that you go ask her.
It's not weird. It's what you're technically.
It's the sense that a girl might see like, oh, like this guy, he might be cute. But like I don't really know the guy, whatever.
Yeah, it depends on how she's in that.
How you gotta look at her body language. You gotta look at how she kind of, she's kind of like neglecting you or not.
If she say no, you say have a very nice day and you go away.
Yeah, I'd say that, bro. At least you tried. You had that vision. Okay, I like that girl. Let me go talk to her. I think that's one of the things that kind of people kind of don't get into. So tell you more about how to be confident, right? I think that's one of the things that kind of it's with the realm of approaching women and all these things. So what do you think?
All of this. I think you have to be confident. You have to. One of the things that you want to have is love yourself. What you want to be. You maybe can sound this society right now, but you have to have a good physique. You have to like how you look. You have to like how you think. You have to like what you do. Because let's say you're fat. You like it or you don't like it. You're fat. You don't like your physique. People that say that is fat, they like it. They're lying because they can't even move right. They are not healthy. They are not gonna live longer than maybe 60 years. Maybe
probably bro. And it's actually crazy because
that's real. That's not my you know Miss Koyasu?
Yeah.
I see her and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like
she could be going to the gym, be more healthy. She's smart, she's funny, she's a good teacher. I don't like to see her in that situation.
But in the sense that she has the thing that she can't be as much active as possible now. But
I always you have a solution. You
can have a solution with that. I think it's maybe a majority of people who have like pre-diabetes or something like that, they can change their diet completely. For example,
there is always a way.
Yeah, one of my favorite guys that I watch when it comes to biohacking, he's a doctor. He's a very like well-known doctor.
Is that?
No, it's not Humor. He's called Paul Sidman. He's a guy that he talks mostly about like how to seed oils and all these things that are absolutely horrible. And some guy called Santa Cruz. All these guys that you see nowadays that they kind of want to give out the message that guys like America right now is in the worst state of ever. Yeah. We have 75% with obesity in the U.S., which is absolutely horrendous. So I think kind of think in a way that you have to know that getting to be confident also gets you to know that you have to focus on your health, focus on your mind, because then if you have brain fog, if you have all these things that aren't letting you get to the focus, you're gonna be confident because you're not gonna. If you're not focused, how are you gonna be confident?
How are you gonna be confident?
So there has to be a combination of two.
But it's like you can be confident in one area and be not confident in another area. You're the best football player in the world. Okay, let's play basketball. You're not gonna be that confident.
Yeah.
But it depends of what you're gonna be. As we talked before, be confident in what I mean is like in all the areas is like be confident with yourself, not with the thing that you're doing because that comes with the practice.
Yeah.
But be confident with yourself. It comes with the physique, with your mentality, with your skills because social skills. That's a good thing that we can talk about.
Yeah, social skills. Yeah.
It's very important to have social skills. Like for meet new people. Like we were in the class.
Yeah,
and
yeah. The first week I didn't even notice, but then we started talking about like simple topics of like Barcelona and like football and all these things, and it kind of like integrated. Oh, and then we started talking more of this and this and this.
I heard him like talking about this stuff. And I was like, hey, you like?
Yeah, you like this, whatever. Yeah. And then we started talking, and we have even more things in common.
We decided to
and all these things, and we started doing this. To help you guys. So and then now I know how being confident is one of the main things about having a value of a man, and I think what's a method that you have done that maybe we're kids still, but we can say that we have a mentality. But like, what values will you learn? What method will you learn to become that man? What would you do?
I'm young for that now, but it's like, if you want to be a good man, you have to be a good father.
Yeah, I think that's one of the main things. Yeah, I think
know how to treat kids. For example, with your brother, you're the young brother, but I'm the older brother. Sometimes I just not do that right thing. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna be like, I'm the fucking beast. No, I'm gonna be honest with this. Like, sometimes I do things wrong. It's normal. I 15. I gotta, but like, you see my brother that he can be very like. I was doing exercise with him. He's 8. I'm like, man, he keep doing this. He's
gonna be strong.
He's like being a father. Like,
you see, you feel proud. You feel.
Your father is the only man that wants to see you better than him.
Yeah, of course. Like, I think one of the things that
for your brother too.
Of course. Yeah. I think.
Maybe then you have that competition, but it's your brother. I'm the other one, so I want to see him like be in the world.
Yeah, maybe even be even better than you because you're 8.
Yeah.
So I think when it comes to me, our brother is older. Like, for example, like I've learned pretty good amount of things with him when it comes to his passion with finding what you love in life, like the lessons without even telling me. Like, I already know this guy, like he wakes up every day, going to loving to go to the kitchen every day.
He loves what he's doing.
So I think one of the things that kind of reflects in things that I think being a value of a man is knowing how to manage your values, know how to manage your morals, and that you have to know also that one of the things that I kind of do know as well is that you have to know how to get responsibilities. So if you have problems, if you have anything that that's maybe you're in danger with your with your family, whatever, you have to know that I'm not saying have a
talking about responsibilities.
Being carried, but like I think talking about responsibilities,
Yeah, talking about responsibilities is like you are responsible for your family. You need to, for example, there's a thing that
you have to provide.
You have to provide. You have to protect your family.
Yeah.
For example, know how to fight. That's a good thing you can do as a man.
Yeah, that's one of the main things.
If somebody came to your mom and slapped her, that's the big,
which is very unrealistic because that will never happen. But
say something to your mom.
Yeah, something to your mom. That's something very, very kind to see. But I think value.
It can happen.
It can happen.
If they want to do something to you, they want to punch you. That you don't know what's going to happen. They want to rob you.
You might be in a different country that might be dangerous, whatever.
Maybe that dangerous, or maybe, for example, let's say, in your country depends. That's right. Colombia can be depend on the.
No, I've been to Colombia, but I think it's beautiful. But I think.
But you like Cuba, you like all the places.
Yeah,
they have the dangerous.
For example, here in Miami, you have Florida City. We have all these things here that aren't the best ideal neighborhood you can think of. Because they have some crime.
It's not the country, it's the place.
It's the place. I think the country. No, here the U.S. You can say one of the best countries.
Let's say that you're walking with your family, with your brother, with your father, with your mom, with whatever you want, and someone came and they start that kind of fight. You don't know how to protect your family.
Yeah, and also it's also the provider of money, the provider of emotion, providing emotion,
lessons of life because it's life like
memories, places to go. Like I think that's one of the things key to stay here with then the memories that you got with vacation with things like that. I think one of the main things that. All right, guys. So talking about distractions of life lessons, I think one of the things that nowadays that we have distractions with women, with lust. With
drugs,
addictions, of the alcohol parties, whatever. I'm not interested in none of that. None of those things. We can say that majority when it comes to alcohol, when it comes to all these things, these substances, in reality, I think the only one that has to be social, you're at a party, whatever, you're 18, you're 21, whatever.
You can go, but
you know,
it's not like that party.
Yeah, no, I think, when we're older, when we get the chance to drink at 21, I think, my mention is, maybe I might be at a conference, I might be at a business meeting, you might have a little drink, a little scotch.
I gotta be honest, I had, in Cuba, it's different, the Lego things, I had drink in Cuba. But it's like, I'm not, here I do not drink. And use for
no, you can't.
I can't drink. But I don't drink. But in Cuba it's different,
Yeah, it's different.
End of the year, take some rom, vodka,
Go get something. But no,
but it's no.
Yeah,
but you in Colombia have maybe.
No, Colombia no. I in reality, I don't. When it comes to beer, I never really have that affection to that. I never really. How?
No,
very
before
curious.
Yeah, before I was curious about it because I see my father and my family used drinking that. I was like, let me see what's.
Yeah, let's see what it tastes like. But like,
I didn't taste. I was like.
I
enjoy some more. No, but it's like right now it's like I don't care about it. Just
especially now you can't. You're 21. So you get to be 21 to drink whatever.
We need 6 years to get to
6 I think maybe a little more. Who knows? But yeah. So guys, I think distractions nowadays are
games. Games are
there's
very big distractions.
Even
for me sometimes because I'm doing my things, doing my homework, doing my the work of the house, cleaning the house, and my brother came and let's play a little bit, let's play FIFA. Hey, I'm working. Let's play. Wait, I'm working. It's like no, I'm finished playing with him a little bit, but it's like no, let me finish. I can't.
No, for me, when it comes to games, I don't really have a PS5 and I don't really play as much. Like the only way I use my PS5 is if I have people over. Or if I might be watching.
You're gonna hang out in your house, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you wanna hang out, whatever, a little chill day, a little Sunday,
little
Sunday. You wanna, before going to school, you play a little bit, whatever. But it's not bad. That's I think one of the main things that we can say that is everything's about having balance. And
it's having balance, of course.
I'm not saying don't have too much of something. When you have too much of something, it becomes an addictive.
Even if you have too much of good things.
And now, and also too many good things is also bad.
That's what I'm saying. You don't focus on the other things that you have to do.
If you're someone who's been focusing on your businesses for many years, and you're having fun at the same time, you're not gonna figure you found your passion. You're gonna seem that you're
gonna think that you're
in a loop,
in a hole you can all escape from.
Yeah, you're like you're in a loop, and you're making money, but
you don't
feel affection with the money. You're not having fun. You're not taking care of your health because if you're focused on your business, I bet you're gonna be fat. You're gonna be someone who's not going into the gym as much.
You relationate that.
So,
even if it's good,
balance.
You relationate that thing in your head with work, with hard, with what I mean. It can be, but you know what I mean. Like trying to put it in a way that is comfortable, but not that comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It keep being challenging, but it's not like. Damn, it's like you want to appreciate. You know what I mean? Have that balance. That
balance. I think going now into life lessons. I think I've heard many life lessons with books, with people that taught me, maybe even experiences that
happened to you.
So like, what is one life lesson that you've gotten maybe before coming? I don't know, whatever.
Life lesson like that. Saying like a quote.
No, not a quote, but like something that you learn, a reflection that you might have, that something happened to you or anything that what's something that you might think of when it comes to.
For me, I don't know. For example, being honest. Being honest. Always being honest. Like. Sometimes you wanna lie to your dad because you have a gift, and that's good. Be honest, man. It's like it's so much easier if you're honest.
Yeah,
like don't lie.
I think that's when it comes to morals and values. I think that's one of the most important things. I think being honest, being kind, being care. Have care for people, help people out. I think that's one of the main things when it comes to life. For me,
I don't have a channel like you on YouTube, but it's like I go to school and some people like. You had that feeling when your friends get into the gym. Gouge you.
You inspired them.
You inspired them.
You inspired them.
And they say you change. Damn,
you're getting huge. You're getting this. You're getting that.
Yeah. You see, like, damn, helping them.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that I really like when it comes to
inspiring people.
I think one of my life lessons is, stick with your morals.
Yeah.
I think if you have morals with family, morals with people you're gonna be with, things like that. Have morals. Stick with your morals.
Pull limits. Pull limits.
Yeah, and also your limits. I think that's one of the most important things.
But an important thing is like, yeah, I was about to say, but I forget. People doesn't care.
Yeah, people don't care. Yeah,
People don't care.
people don't care.
Don't
For me right now,
focus.
for me right now, I think one of the main things that I've never had the hate. And
You don't have it. It's normal.
It's gonna be normal. I know
It's
it's
gonna be normal,
I
yeah.
don't really care, but at least I'm doing it. At least I'm doing what I love.
But
At
if you
least-
think about it, it's like you ever see? I have been posting some things, and some people like they not having me that much, but some people like with the hate. I came to the Instagram. And you have a picture of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, no, like what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, no.
They-
I think in reality, people don't care, and
actually, that made me-
they might be hurt, or they might be having some affection and something that might be happening, whatever.
Yeah.
And they kind of just want to integrate the hate on you.
And they think that
But,
that you care about what they post.
Yeah, but in reality, they don't really care.
Yeah.
I think and then once they see that you're getting views, you're getting people to subscribe, you're getting people to
Oh,
follow
let's be
you
honest.
on your Instagram.
You know,
then
there
they
is-
ask you, hey yo, I need help. I wanna do what you're doing. And didn't you say you hate you hated my videos?
Say, you hate my
You said it
video.
was
What are you
cringe.
asking for help,
You said
man?
cringe. Why help you? I think that's one of the things that people say. I want to help as many people as possible, but you have to know that there's people who don't really who kind of do something in action before. So I'm saying,
Yeah.
going back to the morals. If people something does bad to you, they of course when somebody does something bad, in reality, they're never gonna have the affection of getting to loving you get to you.
Let me see. What do you think about this? Have compassion or not with some people?
Have compassion.
Compassion.
I think you have to know your people. You have to study your people. I think one of the main something with women. If you want to be
Because there is a
if
thing.
you want to have a relationship with a girl, she might be very very cute, but she might be weird. She might be whatever, and in affection, I think that's someone that's
Exactly.
you have to learn the people.
No, but
and then once you know
what
your
I
people,
what
you
I
have
mean
to
about
compassion.
compassion is like forgiving people in some way. You know what I mean? Because it's like I had seen that.
No,
before,
I think people
like,
have to give a second
like-
chance no matter what. People
Like
people
trade the people like they trade you or giving a second chance because some people like if you give them a second chance like you're giving them they're gonna get to show you.
a little like refresh with.
That's what you mean when you say you gotta know your people.
You have to get to know your people. That's what I'm saying. You have to know your people. You have to know how that if something happens wrong, you have to know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
If something happens, change it, and they're gonna change. People change.
People change.
People change, and there's moments in life that make you be untrustworthy, things like that because things are happening, and it kind of they just want to put it towards on you, and it's not something very cool too. So
Like-
yeah, guys.
One last thing that I always work for me. Always have a smile in your face. You know.
Yeah,
what
I think.
Don't be bothered about some people. Don't just even if you have problems in your house or you have some things. Be always smile. Always smile. Even in the classes, when some teacher tell me something, the normal student they will get upset. You know what I mean? I just say, okay, miss, and I smile. I don't know. Like I have never been. Some people go to the school that day they don't want to talk with anybody. With anybody like. I don't know. I just like. They don't have the. I can't blame them because that's my problem, not their problem. And being, you know what I mean. We always smile.
Yeah,
I think that's the.
I think that's one of the main things I can say from this video. Ending off the video right now, I think it's just stay true to yourself. As I always say, that's why I always have stay true because the definition of stay true for me is stay true to your morals, stay true with everything you do in life.
Pull limits.
The limits, all these things. That's why I stay true because one of the main things that once I got you figure out the outro for your videos. I think that's one of the things that I kind of say.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys. Here's Royce.
Yeah.
And we did a collab. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. I hope you guys loved it.
We're gonna keep growing. Maybe we do some more collabs.
We might have more collabs coming soon.
Maybe I'm gonna up in my channel.
Yeah, you might. And I can help you with that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, I hope you loved the video. There'll be another video popping up right now here. If you haven't subbed, please sub. And as always, stay true. Peace.